What's going on, guys? Venomousfatman here. I'm here at Mizucon 2012, and I'm hanging out with the beautiful and the lovely Monica Real. It is a pleasure.
Oh, you're so nice.
So we're hanging out at Mizucon 2012, having a blast. You had some panels yesterday.
I
You had
did.
some panels today. So
I did.
tell us a little bit about coming to a convention. What's it like for you? How much fun is it? What's going on?
Normally conventions are a blast, and I'm not saying that Mizucon isn't. Mizucon is rad. You should totally go.
Yes.
But this convention, I had to bring work with me.
Oh, that's not fun.
So, I mean, it's fun. It's still anime, and I'm adapting. So, like, when you guys don't see me when I'm not at the convention, I'm in my room, like, furiously typing away.
Oh, man.
But the con itself has been great. It's been a lot of fun. Everybody's had great questions and been really involved, and it's nice. People are nice. Everybody's nice to one
Yes,
another. There's
definitely.
no, like, anxiety or bullying. It's been really good. I like it.
Sounds awesome. Now, tell us a little bit about your craziest experience. I've tongue twisted during a convention. That either happened to you or that you saw happen to somebody else.
There's so many. I've been to like over 50 conventions in my years, not all at once, of course. I kind of took a break because I moved and I just got back into it. Things are much more tame now, even with all the Hetalia screaming girls.
Yes, a lot of them.
It's much tamer now than it used to be, like 5 or 6 years ago. So we've had crazy experiences. I mean, Greg Ayers and I have challenged visual K bands to tequila drinking contests.
Wow.
We've got into near fist fights with others just because they were so rude. We've had just the strangest experiences. And then I do a lot of these all-encompassing conventions. I do like, anime, but they also
Gaming,
do
comics,
gaming,
and stuff.
comics, movies, sci-fi.
Yes.
So I did a convention up in Calgary, which is great. I got to do a panel with Tara Strong, who
Nice.
I admire.
Cool.
But I also was there with the Weasley twins from Harry Potter, and Adam West, and Hayden Panettiere, and I'm like, this is so
Please, Adam West is
weird.
cool. I mean, that's
I didn't
Batman.
get to meet him. I just saw him from afar. I really wanted to meet him. Those were the two people I wanted to meet, were Adam West and Patrick Stewart. Because
Patrick Stewart. That's Captain Picard.
right, and that's the thing, is the whole Star Trek Next Generation cast was there.
Really?
So I got to see LeVar Burton from afar. I didn't get to talk to him, but I wanted to compliment him because I've never seen Star Trek. Sorry, guys. I wanted to compliment him on his work on Reading Rainbow.
Yes, I remember. I grew up with that.
I did too.
That was cool. That was awesome. So tell us a little bit about you had your panels here. For people that weren't here, obviously that not everybody could come to Mizucon.
Right.
Give us like a little bit of insight of what you were doing during some of your panels, like the panels that were specifically featured for you. Because I know you did some with some of the other guests that were really fun, really funny, and stuff. But what were the ones that you were doing down here?
Well, the one yesterday, I did a panel about ADR script adapting, which is what I do in conjunction with the voice acting for Funimation.
Of course.
And that was basically explaining how we take the translation, like everything from licensing to translation to writing a dub script until everything that it takes to get it in the booth.
Yes.
And the DVD gets to you.
Of course. Awesome.
So yeah, there was that yesterday, and then today I did a panel that's called More Than Words, where I kind of go over with everybody all the different noises and tricks we have in the booth. So teaching them how to sound like they got punched and really got punched, as opposed to just going ah instead of going "Ugh."
Crazy death sounds. And
Yeah,
stuff.
and how to drown with a cup of water and stuff like that. Just to give them some insight and background as to all the crazy things that we have to do. And then we did that Ask an Anime character.
Yes, that was funny,
That
by the
was
way.
Awesome.
I mean, she did some of her voices that she's known for in a lot of series, including Dead Man Wonderland, which recently, was on Toonami. That was fun, doing Shiro. I thought it was hilarious.
It was
It's
fun.
cool.
It's fun to have your characters interact like that, especially with Lisa Ortiz and
Yes.
doing it back and forth. I've seen Lena Ingvers, but like some of those other characters, I have no idea.
Slayers, another one that's really cool.
So it's like talking back and forth, and then having my characters interact and stuff. It was fun. You don't get to do that very often.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Now, so speaking of anime, I mean, I know you've done Shiro, Dead Man Wonderland. I mean, let's go through the list here. You were in Black Butler, you were in Claymore, The Angel. I mean, Dragon Ball Z Kai's Bulma. I mean, all kinds of close. Italia, with all the crazy fans there. I mean, with a lot of these, a lot of different parts, fairly popular, some of these series, especially Dragon Ball Z, being done. And then again, Italia, tell us a little bit about, what's it like, getting involved with projects like that, or like, what's the toughest thing getting involved with such a popular anime?
Well, I think other than like a Dragon Ball situation, like with Natalia and stuff like that, we normally don't know it's going to be popular. So we kind of just go into everything, no matter what the studio thinks. Sometimes they'll label stuff as like, this is an A title, we think it's going to be huge, or this is a B title, or this is a C title. So they'll label it just for their own sakes, and then we hear about that. But instead we try to treat every title as an A title, because you never know. Because they might think this one's going to be big, but then you guys go, no, we like this one!
That's happened sometimes. So many times.
So, we try to treat every title as equal. But you never know which one's going to be popular. Like, if you had asked me when I did Flying Mint Bunny if he was going to end up with like 8 different Facebook pages and his own merchandise, I'd have been like, I don't know, but here he is. But with Dragon Ball, that was a big deal for me because, it had gone on for so long. And Kai was kind of this new re-edit and this new take. And it was Christopher Sabat's baby, really, because he was like, he really loved the first one, but this was his opportunity to do it again, having all the experience that he had gained over all these years. So it was a really special thing for him. And for me, it was special because I kind of first learned about anime through Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like many of us did. I did included. That was my first.
Right. Well, my little brother was a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z in Spain.
Yeah.
So I would wake up every morning and translate Dragon Ball Z for him.
Oh, man.
Little did I know that someday I would actually be in Dragon Ball Z. So that's crazy.
That's really cool. Now, obviously, since Dragon Ball Z has been around for so long, obviously there are going to be comparisons between voices. A lot of people do it between Ocean dub and the Funimation dub for Dragon Ball Z. All these different voices for the same character like that. What's it like? Having your voice compared to another's voice, or what goes through your head when somebody mentions something like that?
Well, it's hard because I know when I was first cast, my first instinct was to look at all the different voices, because there's websites you can find that list all the different voices and you can hear
and
them.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. And that's the thing. I think there was like 6 different Bulmas. There's been a lot of different people. Tiffany, of course, Tiffany Bulmer being the most known.
Yeah.
But there was like a whole bunch of people. But I learned quickly that what was important to me was the character. So rather than doing an interpretation or copying any one of those other Bulmas, I wanted to stay true to the character. So I wanted to make sure that I gave her personality and the voice and the characteristics that I thought she needed. I wanted her to be smart and to be tough, but I also wanted her to be kind of cute. Because she's kind of cute, and she's the only chick, other than Chi-Chi, who's a raging lunatic.
Mean person.
She's the only cute chick in the show, so it's like I kind of wanted to add some of that femininity and some of that coy kind of banter back to her too. So I thought that by doing my own take, I would do more justice to the character than trying to copy something somebody else did.
That's always
But
good.
it's still hard. It's hard to step into somebody else's.
Definitely, I can imagine. It's done, especially, again, with anime fans with Dragon Ball Z, it's just,
That's what you grew up on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it really doesn't matter, what I do or how good or bad I am, because whatever you grew up with
that's like the benchmark
Yeah,
for some
that's what
people.
you're going to stick here in your head no matter what. So.
True. So let me ask you this, again, when you go to anime conventions, obviously there's fans of the series that you do. Fans of Dead Man Wonderland, fans of Dragon Ball Z, fans of Natalia, such. Did you ever consider at one point maybe dressing up or cosplaying as one of the characters? Did you maybe if you just to name a few, again, Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland, or even Mei Ring from Black Butler, or any character that you've done?
I probably wouldn't do Shiro because I don't want to be a unitard.
That's true.
A white unitard at that. There'd be a lot of wrapping of things and covering up. I've thought about it. I've never come up with the right opportunity. It's one of those things where I would probably just pop up at a convention one day and be like, but it hasn't happened yet. I certainly have some characters that are super cute, and I love their clothes, and I would totally do it. But yeah, I haven't had the opportunity.
It sounds like it would be cool. You're doing the voice, and now you're pretty much looking like the character.
Right. I would totally dig it. I would be about it, but I just haven't gotten to that point, and I don't have a lot of time to even
Make
go
a costume.
outside, much less take a costume. So I'm it'd be fun. I did have, when I was working on First Angel, we got to meet Ugetsu, who was the mangaka and artist and everything behind it, and he was saying that he's like, would you cosplay? Not through an interpreter, he speaks Japanese. He's saying, would you cosplay as Joe while you're recording in the booth? And I was like, why? He goes, because I'd like to see that. I was like, is he an alien? But yeah, like that, I have never cosplayed. I certainly would not cosplay Joe, because that's another Shiro situation. There's not a lot of clothes.
Yeah, very true.
Don't want to be indecent.
So, moving away from anime, because, obviously anime, huge thing, especially here at Mizucon. That's not the only thing that you do, obviously. You do games, I know you mentioned. So, give us a little bit of insight, of what's it like for doing your voice to video games as opposed to anime.
It's a totally different experience usually. I mean, it depends. Sometimes if we do like the dubs of Japanese video games, like we did a couple I can't think off the top of my head. Blazing Souls Accolade, I want to say is the name of it. A couple of those where it's like you have to kind of match the timing because the mouth is moving, so you want to make sure that you're not too far away from what the Japanese has done. So you'll have time restraints. But then a lot of the other stuff is what's called prelay, where we just kind of go at it. They'll play us a little bit of animation, we do whatever comes to us, and then they'll give us notes and say, no, try it this way. It's a lot more, I hate to use this word, but like organic. Like you can kind of grow with it and learn about it as you go. One of my favorite experiences ever was working on Misplosion Man.
Misplosion Man.
Misplosion Man.
Misplosion Man, fun game.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun because I got in there and having seen Misplosion Man, I thought they were expecting me to be like the female version of what Sunny Straight did, which is all the noises and stuff. I wasn't expecting to actually speak. So when I got in there with the Twisted Pixel guys, and they were like, "No, we want Valley. Like we want her to be girl. We just want her to be pink and shoes and go." And I was like, okay. So I was totally thrown for a loop, and Chris Sabat was too. He was like in there directing. So I was just like, "You want me to just?" He goes, "Yeah, just go." And I was like,
"What do you do?"
So that's why you end up seeing her singing all the Beyonce and saying all these lines from movies, because they're things that I know and that make me giggle. And so it became this really cool process of all of us sitting around going, okay, what do girls say? Like, what's really girly? Okay, how can we make it girlier? And what's some good watching clips on YouTube? And so it's fun that you kind of get that growth and you get to create a character from the very beginning and how they respond to their surroundings and stuff. It's really, really fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, obviously, this one, I know you mentioned at your panels that I was at, and I thought it was pretty funny, as much as everybody else in the audience. Your voice, just the way that you naturally sound. That is your natural voice.
It's my natural voice.
So kind of give everybody, what's it like? Because I know you said that, some people have come up to you and said like, you shouldn't talk like that.
Right.
Or I think it was you said it was your father.
My dad.
So to kind of give a little bit of insight of like, that whole deal.
Sure. My dad, when I was growing up, with this little high pitched voice, he'd always tell me to talk in my grown up voice because surely this was not my real life. So I was telling them yesterday, I was like, I bordered on child abuse at some point. Talk in your real voice. He's Spanish, by the way. Talk in your real voice. But because of that, I had these two voices. I had my regular speaking voice, and then I knew when I talked to Dad, I had to.
That's a big change right there.
But this is what's more comfortable for me. One of my favorite things used to be getting on the internet, and I don't check message boards or anything like that anymore, but back in the day I used to, and I used to love all the trolls that would be like, I hate when that Monica Real girl puts on that fake voice. It's so stupid. That's not her real voice. And I wanted to go, yes, it is.
Well, now they know.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
And every time I meet people, they're like, holy cow, you sound like Renge. And I'm like, yeah. I hated my voice growing up because I was made fun of for it. My brothers would pick on me, other kids would pick on me.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, well, bullies are bullies. So I hated it growing up. And even through high school, like I did a lot of theater, and so I would do Shakespeare, and so I had to learn how to talk like this so that I could do Lady Macbeth and not sound like a little child. So, but I can't keep that up forever. So, when I finally got into the voice acting world, and people started going, oh my gosh, your voice is fantastic, or I started getting compliments, or going to
It really helped you out, obviously.
Oh my gosh, it helped me out not just like with work and everything, but like self-confidence wise. It's like, there are some people that like my voice, so screw all of you people I grew up with.
Sounds cool. So now we're coming to the end of the interview. Let me ask you, what are some new projects you have in the works? There's upcoming projects that you come around right around the corner, or somewhere down the line, anything new, anime or gaming related, or anything related?
I'm always working on something. I have my hands in like 20 different pots. Anime-wise, let's see. Deadman Wonderland just wrapped.
Yes, it was awesome.
So, yes, it was
Sinister.
I show up in Samurai 7, and of course FMA Brother.
Watch them. They are awesome.
Watch. So I've got that going on, and then release-wise, there's Sea Control, which is a dub that's coming out soon, and I just did Fractal. I think just came out. Panty and Stocking.
Panty and Stocking. That's surprising. That's really big over here in Mizucon. So I gotta watch that show.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I have not seen it. I've heard about it here from not only them, but just from the fans here. So I gotta watch it. So.
Awesome.
That's what I keep hearing.
Foul. Like it will make you blush 10 times over.
Oh man.
But in a good way.
Okay, cool.
So those guys, let's see, and then on games, I have Borderlands 2 is coming out.
Very big game.
I can tell you who I am, and I can tell you Borderlands 2. And some other things that I'm not sure I'm not, but yeah, I'm always doing something. So it's just a matter of me going, what can I tell you about? But
What can I not get in trouble?
Yeah, exactly. Please don't get me fired.
Awesome. So that's great. Awesome. Again, I love the shows. Again, I'm a big fan of Dead Man Wonderland. I'm a big fan of Black Butler and most of the other stuff that you've done. Again, I'm going to be watching Samurai 7 tonight, and I will be watching Panty and Stocking at some point, you know, when I can get to it. But really awesome. But again, thank you for coming to the interview. It was a pleasure. It's fun talking to you.
Totally.
Be sure, guys, I got plenty more Mizucon 2012 coverage coming. I'm going to hopefully get the rest of the guests. I know I already talked to Doug. Now I got to go talk to Lisa a second time, so hang out with her. But stay tuned. More stuff is coming. You know, if you're watching this on the first night it's coming up, again, more videos will be along the way. If not, check out the full playlist on my YouTube channel, Venomousfatman. It's going down, people. Peace out. Stay epic. Talk to you all again soon.